Welcome to The CFO's Edge, the podcast dedicated to equipping financial leaders with the insights and strategies to thrive in today's complex business landscape. I'm your host, Eric Weiss. If you do business with the Department of Defense, CMMC compliance is no longer a choice. It's the gatekeeper for future contracts. Are you certain your systems meet the rigorous Level 2 requirements right now? Don't risk a not met on your audit and lose out on critical revenue. Our CMMC Readiness Consulting gives you a clear path. We conduct the gap analysis, define your scope, and build the system security plan that assessors demand. We cut through the confusion and stop the guesswork, which saves you time and cuts your compliance costs. You gain a fortified security posture and the certified documentation needed to pass the audit on the first try. Your next DoD contract depends on this. Over the next 15 minutes, we're going to give you 3 critical tips from the assessor's perspective, show you our proven 3-step process for getting clients ready, and give you a simple call to action to start your journey today. Let's dive in. This webinar is part of a series of articles and webinars for financial executives. I've been fortunate to work with hundreds of CFOs to help address best practices and controls. Let me know if you have a topic of interest, and of course, I would welcome the opportunity to work with you. Please do connect with me on LinkedIn and reach out at eric.wise@singerlewalk.com. The assessor's mindset. 3 critical tips. To pass the first time, you have to think like the C3PAO assessor. Remember, their job is not to consult. It is simply to pass or fail your compliance. Tip 1, it's not a consulting session. The assessor will not guide you or offer remediation advice. If they ask for proof of a control and you can't provide it, you get a not met. Your preparation must be complete before they arrive. Tip 2, show meticulous, repeatable proof. CMMC is all about the triad: document, implement, and prove. You need a robust system security plan, SSP, clear procedures, and technical evidence. If your policy says you review user access quarterly, you need 4 timestamps and signed documents from the last year to prove it. If you can't show it, it doesn't exist, and you will fail that control. What they look for. The assessor needs to see evidence for all 110 controls for Level 2. This evidence falls into 3 categories. Category 1 is examination of documentation. This involves examining policies SSP, Incident Response Plan. This must be complete. Category 2 is interview personnel. They look to see if your staff can articulate the policy and their role. This requires proper training of your staff to respond appropriately. Category 3 is observe technical implementation. The assessor will review system configurations, logs, and screen shares. Controls must be demonstrable. An example of a very common mistake in preparation is having a great firewall, but a poor, incomplete system security plan, SSP. If it's not documented, it doesn't exist to the assessor. Tip 3, scoping is everything and less is more. The most common mistake we see is an unscoped environment. The assessor will audit every system and person they believe touches Controlled Unclassified Information, or CUI, CUI. Our first focus is helping you surgically define your CUI boundary, so we only have to audit the absolute minimum number of systems. This saves you money, time, and stress. The pitfall: overscoping. If you show the assessor a process or system that touches CUI, but wasn't in your official scope, they must expand the boundary and audit it. Only present what is absolutely necessary. Our 3-step readiness methodology. This is how we get our clients ready to pass on the first attempt, by eliminating the guesswork at every stage. Step 1, surgical scoping and gap analysis. The where are we? We start by collaborating with your team to perform a CUI data flow analysis. We trace the CUI from when it enters your network until it leaves. This allows us to define the minimum viable CMMC assessment scope. We then run a deep dive gap analysis against the 110 National Institute of Standards and Technology special publication 800-171 controls, giving you a clear, prioritized list of every single deficiency. Step 2, documentation and implementation, the SSP, POAM, and proof. With the scope defined, we get to work. We help you create your final system security plan, SSP, and a working plan of action and milestones, POAM. The SSP is your compliance blueprint. Our engineers then work with your IT team to implement any missing technical and non-technical controls. Crucially, as we implement, we are simultaneously collecting the evidence that proves the control is working. Our templates and tools ensure your documentation is auditor ready and aligns perfectly with your technical reality. Step 3, mock assessment and interview prep, the practice run. This is a key differentiator. Before the real assessor arrives, we run a full-scale mock assessment. We review your final documentation, and then we conduct mock interviews with your subject matter experts, your IT staff, HR, and executives. Your team should know exactly where to find the evidence before the assessor is on the clock. We run a full dry run assessment to eliminate surprises. This practice ensures your team knows exactly what to say and what not to say to keep the assessment concise and on track. Our 5 keys to first-time pass success. Our process is successful because we focus on 3 things that most contractors overlook. Key 1, the ironclad evidence map. Every one of the 320 assessment objectives is mapped to a specific artifact, screenshot, or document. We create a hyperlinked binder for the assessor. When they ask for proof of AC.2.001, your SME has the evidence instantly to show. 0 hesitation, 0 ambiguity. Key 2, auditor. Mindset. Our team understands the importance of auditor alignment. We know exactly how assessors think, how they score, and where most organizations fail. We build your compliance program to their standards, not ours. Key 3, third-party compliance. We manage third-party cloud and service provider complexities and ensure there is clarity between our clients' responsibilities versus third-party responsibilities. Key 4, concise interview training. Assessors are looking for gaps. When asked a question, your team is trained to be concise and accurate. Answer the question asked, then stop. Do not volunteer extra information or show off a security measure not directly related to the control they are assessing. We eliminate loose lips that can inadvertently introduce new scope or open up new lines of questioning that result in a failure. Key 5, building a sustainable program. CMMC is not a project to complete, it is a program to maintain. Our deep knowledge of NIST, NIST, POM, and PAM enables us to design robust, multi-framework controls. We build your compliance using tools and documentation that allow you to conduct your own annual affirmations and continuous monitoring with ease, setting you up for a smooth recertification in 3 years. Next steps. If you found yourself nodding along today, you're already ahead of the curve. The window for achieving CMMC is closing fast, and you can't afford delays. Our next step for you is simple. We are offering a free 30-minute one-on-one scoping call with one of our lead CMMC consultants. In this call, we will quickly determine your necessary CMMC level and give you a realistic estimate of the time and resources required for your unique environment. Stop guessing and start certifying. Reach out to me at the email listed here to book your free scoping session. That's all for this episode of the CFO's Edge. Thank you for tuning in.